1986, Taito released Tiger-Heli for the NES. It was a port of the 1985 arcade game by the same title. Now this game was designed by Taito, but the North American copy for the NES was distributed by Acclaim. That's why you see the Acclaim labeling on the title. Let's pop it in and see how it goes. So what we have here with Tiger-Heli is a world-renowned, excellent, vertically scrolling shooter. This game was f***ing awesome. At least if you like scrolling shooters. So as you can see, in Tiger-Heli you control that helicopter. Now this game, like many scrolling shooters, is 1 or 2 player, but this game is only alternating turns for the 2-player mode. So there's no 2-player simultaneous gameplay, which is very unfortunate. It's probably the only major complaint I have with this game. Now let me talk briefly about gameplay and game control. Like I said, you control that helicopter, the Tiger-Heli helicopter, and you're equipped with your forward-firing missiles and 2 bombs. And the bombs are quite nice. You only have 2 of them, so you use them sparingly. But one of the interesting features in this game was if you got hit by an enemy bullet and it happened to hit you on the general area where your bombs mount to the side of your helicopter, instead of dying, it would simply explode your bomb and waste your bomb, which was an interesting, nice little touch. Now, like most good scrolling shooters, this game has power-ups. As you can see, I just briefly picked up the little heli power-up. And there's 2 different types, one that fires sideways and one that fires forward. You pick those up by shooting at the flashing cross symbol that's scattered throughout the levels. And the color of the cross at the time you shoot it determines what power-up you get. The green cross will give you an extra bomb. The red cross will give you a sideways firing little heli, and the gray cross will give you a forward firing little heli. Sweet, I got a forward firing coming up right here. Now you may notice when you pick up a power-up little heli, the music changes, which is a very nice feature. It helps keep you in tune with your power-ups and your current status without having to look specifically at your vehicle. It may sound like a pretty insignificant thing, but it really does help you because you can concentrate on the frenetic enemy fire that happens. And this game does get frenetic. I mean, the enemy AI in this game is very aggressive. I mean, this game was released more or less in the height of the scrolling shooter genre. I mean, every other game that came out at this time was some form or another of a scrolling shooter. And so to appeal to gamers, they made the games more challenging. And Tiger-Heli is a fairly challenging game as a scrolling shooter. It's no cakewalk even on the first level. Now, like I said, there's a lot of scrolling shooters that came out in this time frame. And some were good, some were not so good. Tiger-Heli is an excellent scrolling shooter. It had a lot of interesting features. This is one of the first games I can remember that had destructible environments. Which was, I mean, it's almost standard fare now. That you can blow up stuff that's not even an enemy in your environment. And it just adds to the realism of the game. And I remember the first time I played this game, and there was non-enemy things on the screen that you can blow up, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. Anyhow, I'm sure there's a plot to Tiger-Heli, but I don't know it. And I don't have the instruction manual to tell me, but the plot's not important. The important part is that you shoot everything that moves and shoots at you. And I feel the mark of a good scrolling shooter is a game that challenges you, but is not overly difficult. It's not impossible. There's no ridiculous number of enemies or bullets on the screen at one given time. But the enemies that are there and the bullets that are there are well placed, well timed, and present a reasonable challenge. And this game delivers on that level. In fact, many scrolling shooters that came out at this time that were designed to challenge your skills weren't as well designed as you would think. And a mark of a badly designed scrolling shooter is one that slows down often because there's just too much moving stuff on the screen, too many moving sprites, and the processing power of the system you're playing it on can't quite handle it. So the end result is a bit of a slowdown lag in the gameplay. But there aren't many points, if any, in Tiger-Heli that slow down at all, which was an excellent, well thought out design. As far as graphics and sound, Tiger-Heli delivers on both ends there. The sound and music is not overly repetitive to the point where it drives you crazy, and it's pretty well fitting. The graphics are nice and detailed. They didn't leave the playing field too sparse, which can happen sometimes, and it's not overly complicated either, which can just serve to distract you, and I feel is not the, exceptional mark of a well-designed scrolling shooter. So the end result is an excellent, very much playable game, even by today's standards. If you have an NES, you really should have Tiger-Heli. You can pick this game up for a relatively low price, only a few dollars. I think I paid $3 for my copy of it. And there's plenty of copies out there. So definitely look for one if you have an NES. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.